Well, hello, everybody. It's good to be here today. We are off to a 4-0 start, and it's good results for us. But we really need to get better as a basketball team, and we've got a tough week ahead of us. Three games against three really quality opponents in 3 days will be a tough task down in the Virgin Islands. It's a great trip. It's a great tournament. There's opportunity to for the players to experience some things that they've never experienced before. So we're appreciative of the athletic department to let us have this kind of experience. And we try to provide those for the players as they're here at Kentucky. But from a basketball standpoint right now, we are really needing to improve defensively. You know, you can be a good defensive team if you give consistent effort. You're a great defensive team if you give consistent effort along with consistent fundamentals and technique. And we are neither one of those right now. We are needing to really try to get to a point where we are consistently giving the kind of effort that we're doing. This Central Michigan game, a lot of energy in the first half, a lot of focus in the first half, a lot of disruption. And in the second half, it was very little attention to detail, very little energy defensively. And so that's my job as a coach, to get that turned around. And we certainly have the kind of team that can do it, that can give energy and can be in the right place at the right time. We just are very early in this season, and we have a lot of strides we need to make defensively. So Illinois, Oklahoma, South Florida are all excellent basketball teams with very good coaches and very good players. And so this is a big week for us, and we're going to go down and work really hard and see if we can improve. We really need to improve right now.
Questions?
Matthew, with some of the problems you talk about defensively and effort, is any of this a surprise, or did you expect some bumps this early when you're mixing in some new players, especially in the front line?
Well, it's expected that you're not going to be a finished product 4 games in, but there's some veterans that I would expect to be playing better than they're playing defensively, and that's all a mental approach and mental focus, and so you have to get that corrected. And I believe they have the type of character when I show them on the film, and you know, you can make excuses, and we're not going to do that, but you know, I don't think it's an unwillingness. I just think it's a lack of focus right now, and it was 4 games in 8 days, and they were up 19 at halftime. And you know, we beat Baylor on Monday night, I think, because we were in better condition, physical condition. I don't think it was just, you know, a completely clean game that we just out-executed them. I think we were able to wear them down. Certainly we made some good plays, but the other 3 games we were superior in talent, and that, you know, got us to 4-0. So we can't take the approach of, well, we beat Baylor and, you know, we're a highly ranked team, and so we just show up and take the floor. That's not our formula. Our formula's being honest with ourselves, working really hard, and having some discipline. And I think that the players, once they see the visual evidence, they'll get it corrected. And I certainly need to make sure the atmosphere in practice gets it corrected as well. So that's a part of it's on me as well. So I'm really hoping, and we'll be working toward coaching them up here for this tournament, that if we do nothing else, we're just Kentucky tough and Kentucky tenacious and playing together and being, you know, the fastest, most disruptive, toughest team we can be in that tournament. And if we can accomplish those goals, the technique and the positioning and those kind of mistakes will start to work itself out. But right now our mentality's got to change from where it was Saturday night.
When you play 3 games in 3 days at tournament style, how does that help you guys as far as consistently being back on the court?
Well, it can go either way. You know, I think that if we can get really focused here for a couple days and have some good practices, that we have enough to win on Thursday. And Thursday's the biggest game in my mind when you think about 3 games in 3 days. If you look at our roster, and I haven't looked at the other two, I assume Oklahoma and South Florida have some good depth, but we really legitimately can go 9 or 10 deep, and they're in excellent physical condition. We're not in the greatest mental condition right now because we need to make better decisions on the court. But if we can get our focus where it needs to be and we can really get after it on Thursday, then I think our style of play, if we use it, is difficult to get ready. You know, you play a game Thursday night now, you've got a really different style of team facing you Friday, and then the same thing Saturday. So it could work to our advantage, but we have to make it work to our advantage. It just can't happen in theory, you know. It should be a good – we've worked really hard to be in the kind of shape to play 3 games in 3 days. So we'll see. But it's a lot of it has to do with how our players approach this week, and I have to do a great job this week of making sure that they approach it the right way.
Obviously, Matthew, it's early, but the development of the post players, is that where you expected it, or just kind of where do you think that's at?
They're doing a good job. They try hard. They're working hard. They've all had bright moments, and that's where I have to, and the coaches have to have tremendous discipline and tremendous patience and balance it out on. You can't go too easy on them and just say, hey, you're a freshman, you'll be all right. We're depending on those players. And one thing I would say is those 3 kids really want to do well, and so we just have to, and I knew this before we started the season, we have to do a great coaching job this year. We have to really focus in. We have to work real hard, and we have to have the right balance of motivating them to get better and patience to allow them to get better. So I think they're doing well as long as they'll continue to be coachable, because there's some plays in the game against Central Michigan that they really need to learn from. And if their attitudes stay the way they've been, I think they will.
You been pleased with Lene Harper off the bench for you? It seems like she's sort of doing a little bit of everything.
I have been very pleased with her, and I thought she really took some steps forward Saturday night. She was not perfect, but she made some plays happen. She had, I think, 4 steals, and they were significant. And really, if you think about that run at the end of the second half, really saved us. If we hadn't had that big run, we just scored so many points they weren't able to catch up because we just had some breakdowns. But at the end of the game, Lene came up with a really big loose ball, got on the floor. She stayed very poised. She and Michaela both, while they probably didn't realize they were out of position on defense, and I've got to correct that. They really, as sophomores, showed a lot of poise, and I didn't see any panic in their faces. And so, you know, Lene's been a reliable scorer. She's improving on defense. I need to work with her on defense and help her get better and better. She's shown a willingness to play it. She just has some areas to improve there, but she's a player that can get on the boards and can score for you and can get to the bucket and make some shots. So she's helping us out a lot right now. She's one of our better players.
Is there a set number of shots you want Jen O'Neal to get to, or that you don't want her to get over in a game?
Well, no, I want her to take good shots. And so, you know, Saturday night, there were a lot of one-pass threes, and we just really discouraged that. And you just have to understand that Jennifer is not a robot, and I can't get her on the program that I want her on and then just let her go. And you know, she needs a lot of instruction. She needs a lot of coaching, reminding, getting back, refocusing. The good Lord knew what he was doing when he put Jennifer in my life. It really makes me have to do a good job and coach and work hard. And she just totally was focused on three-point offense was her focus. She did a really good job on three-point offense. She shot it 1,000 times, and I think that was the only thing she was focused on Saturday night. So that's not where we want her to be. We want her to be we want the ball to get into the paint, collapse the defense, and then a wide open three's fine. But when the ball just goes around the perimeter and we're just jacking up threes, she took some contested shots, and the danger there, she makes some of them, and so you know it's hard as a coach. She's really one of our keys to our success, but we just have to go back, show her the visual evidence, let her see, hey, this is not what we want to do. She's had a great attitude. She just she just maybe had run out of whatever that was she had going Saturday night. So now we'll refill the tanks and get her back going. She'll be all right.
We got time for one more.
Matthew, this is kind of out of left field, but you are playing on Thanksgiving. What would you be most thankful for to see your team do on Thursday?
Oh, I just love for them to have a great attitude and work really hard and just play like we want them to play, like Kentucky Wildcats. I'd be thankful for that, and I sure am thankful to be at Kentucky, and I hope all of you folks have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll be pulling hard for Coach Stoops this week, and know that'll go well. So thanks, everybody.